you have a take about Wiggins. I'm not sure if I agree, but we spent a lot of time talking about him being the second most consistent player in the postseason. Do you still hold that? Do you still think that that's the case for the Warriors? And do you think that that's going to be the case for the Warriors this entire season?
Consistent's tough. Best is tough because even when Clay was the number 2 option, I would argue Draymond was the more important player.
Correct.
But I do think at its core, Wiggins is pushing to replace Clay in terms of value on this team. He obviously checks the best perimeter player, which is something Clay used to do. He also is pretty close to a reliable 20 points efficiently every night. Does he do it the same way Clay does? No. There's more cutting, there's more slashing, but I really think the rebounding opened up his game to the point where I'm like, this is the second best. This is the number 2 option on this team, because the Wiggins a year ago, if his shot was working, he gets you 25 to 30. If his shot was off, he's not really doing too much. But unlike Clay, people aren't guarding him like he's the greatest shooter of all time. Right. They guard Clay like that. Current Wiggins, if his shot's not working, he's like, I'm just going to crash the glass and get 10 points off offensive rebounds. And he did that in the playoffs, and it caught us all off guard because he'd never really done it with consistency previously in his career. And he's carrying it forward this year. Tonight's a perfect example. 3 offensive rebounds. Off the top of my head, I can think of 2 buckets he got, just, swoop in, get the ball, put it back up, boom, points right there. And those are the type of things that preclude you from having those consistent 9-point nights, which was kind of a Wiggins thing in the past, where it's like, yeah, some nights it's 20, some nights it's 8, right? And you're, the consistency is just, it's impressive. He's in his prime. He's exceeded every expectation I've had, to be honest with you. I'm not going to pretend I saw it coming in any sort of way. And he is, I don't know, it's Steph, it's Wiggins, it's Draymond in many ways. Players around them are a little more interchangeable in some capacity.